Well, it seems that Call Me Chris is still at it. She is still on social media promoting the rape, kidnapping, torture, and murder of innocent animals who never did a single thing wrong to her ever. Why would somebody who claims to be against sexual assault continue such despicable behavior? We don't know. All we know is that she's doing it, and it's totally wrong. So Chris went to a restaurant recently where she was looking at different products and she was testing them. Many of them contained eggs and many of them contained dairy. Now, as we know, the dairy industry is absolutely horrific. Think of every single action that you would never want done to yourself, any female in your life, or any child in your life, or any man in your life. And that despicable act occurs in the dairy industry. But Call Me Chris is still out there telling people to continue to buy dairy products. Let's start with the males in the dairy industry. These beautiful bulls are pinned down, strapped down, and they are rubbed inappropriately by humans. That is bestiality. That is sexual assault. That is disgusting. I don't think that she would ever want somebody to pin down her own dog and do that. Or maybe she does. I don't know. But I'm against it. And I think the vast majority of you are too. Bulls in the dairy industry are touched inappropriately and their sperm is obtained in that fashion. Then they walk over to a female who is also tied down. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not okay with tying down females and forcing sperm into them. But apparently, Chris is okay with it because she promotes the dairy industry instead of telling her audience never to drink cow's milk again, never to eat cheese that comes from this cycle of violence. In the dairy industry, little baby cows are systematically kidnapped from their families. So far, what we've talked about is the sexual assault of the males, the sexual assault of the females, and now we are talking about the kidnapping of their babies. These little baby boy cows are taken away from their moms because humans want to go underneath them and steal their milk. So, let's recap again. Sexual assault of males, sexual assault of females, kidnapping of babies, and then stealing milk from a baby cow. And not just one. Millions and millions of baby cows are being kidnapped from their mothers, and their milk is being fed to people like Call Me Chris who go and eat Nanaimo bars and all kinds of pastries and tell their audiences, this tastes so good, instead of telling them, don't buy these products because they are not vegan. Chris should be promoting only vegan foods and only vegan restaurants on her channel. But that's not all. That's not the only problem. The baby boy cows are murdered. They are killed because they're considered to be useless in the industry. So let's recap. We have these beautiful bulls who are pinned down and sexually assaulted. We have beautiful cows who never did a single thing wrong ever, who are also pinned down and sexually assaulted and forced to be pregnant. Then we have their babies who are kidnapped. Then we have people in the dairy industry who steal the milk. And then we have, finally, the murder of these innocent baby boys because they will never be able to give milk, and all of their sisters will be put back into this cycle of enslavement. So listen to all of the words that I said, all words that you would never ever want used with your name in it or anybody else in your family. These are all atrocious acts. So why is it that Call Me Chris continues to play the victim when she continues to be the perpetrator? So Chris made a point of going into this bakery, and instead of telling them that they should only have vegan foods there, nothing with stolen eggs or stolen milk, she decided to buy a bunch of things and she went to eat them in her car. Then she proceeded to tell her audience how wonderful they were. Now, Chris knows what happens in the dairy industry. She knows exactly what happens to the cows. She knows exactly what happens to the chickens. But instead of telling her audience to buy the vegan versions of these, she doesn't do that because all she cares about is popularity and views. And she knows that by promoting this restaurant, this bakery, that she will become very famous and popular because they have such a low rating. And so this makes her seem like such a nice person. And she comes out and says how she had such a good experience there. Well, of course she had a good experience there because she is famous and they recognized her and they treated her like royalty. Let's remember, everyone, critical thinking skills are important. It's important to be able to look at a situation with neutrality. Skin color, blue eyes, being sweet on camera is not a sign that somebody is a good person. A good person is somebody who has the guts to speak out against evil. Somebody who says to their audience, look guys, we need to strive to be better people. We need to save the planet. We need to save the environment. We need to save the animals. Chris, you can do better. We are reminding you to tell your audience to watch the documentary Dominion. Go to watchdominion.com on YouTube. Watch it, Chris. Film yourself watching it and show your reaction to your fans. Show them what despicable things go on, and then go forward to only film vegan businesses, only talk about oat milk and soy milk and vegan cheese and anything vegan at all. You can help to change the world. You were born vegan, Chris. You never wanted to hurt animals. I don't understand why it is that you keep promoting so much violence when you know what goes on. Be better. Be vegan. Start now.